Okay, so I'm sure you've all wondered why some people stick with their habits no matter what, while most of us burn out after a few weeks. The secret isn't more motivation, it's something called the Goldilocks Rule, and it might just be the game changer we've all been searching for. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Grow, your go-to place for leveling up your mind and life. Today, we're diving into chapter 19 of Atomic Habits by James Clear. In this chapter, we'll explore what keeps us motivated, why we get bored, and how to fall in love with the grind. So what keeps some people coming back to their habits day after day while others struggle? According to scientists, one of the best predictors of long-term motivation is working on challenges that are just hard enough. Not too easy and not too difficult. This sweet spot is called the Goldilocks zone. Imagine playing tennis against a toddler. You'd get bored in minutes. But against a pro like Djokovic, you'd probably give up just as fast. The magic happens when you are matched with someone just as skilled as you. You win some and you lose some, but you stay locked in. That's where motivation peaks. The Goldilocks Rule says we hit peak motivation when a task is just on the edge of our abilities. It's challenging, but not overwhelming. In psychology, this is tied to something called the Yerkes-Dodson law, the balance between boredom and anxiety. When we hit that sweet spot, we can even experience a flow state. You know, that feeling of being in the zone where everything just clicks. Research suggests that a task should be roughly 4% harder than your current ability to enter this state. It's small but powerful. But here's a catch. Even the best habits lose their sparkle. We get bored, we lose interest, and we start chasing shiny new strategies, even when the old ones are still working. Boredom is actually the greatest threat to long-term success. Not failure, not fear, but boredom. That's what pulls us away from routines that work. James Clear even quotes Machiavelli here. Men desire novelty to such an extent that those who are doing well wish for a change just as much as those who are doing badly. Let that sink in. This is why habit-forming products like slot machines work so well. They offer variable rewards, unpredictable outcomes that release bursts of dopamine. And this unpredictability actually speeds up habit formation. Clear says that the sweet spot of desire lies in a 50-50 split. Half the time you win, half the time you don't. Just enough satisfaction to feel progress. Just enough challenge to stay engaged. But here's the real lesson. No matter how well you design your habits, boredom will eventually come. And when it does, the difference between success and stagnation is how you respond. Most people quit, but pros, they show up regardless. That's what separates a professional from an amateur. If you start a business, you will have days where you hate it. If you go to the gym, you will want to skip sets. If you write every day, there will be days when typing feels like torture. And yet, the pros do it anyways. Not because they are inspired, but because they are committed. As James Clear puts it, professionals stick to the schedule. Amateurs let life get in the way. They understand that habits don't rely on mood, they rely on identity and discipline. As David Kane says, don't be a fair weather meditator or a fair weather anything. When you fall in love with boredom, you become unstoppable. So to wrap up chapter 19 of Atomic Habits, we are most motivated when working on tasks that are just the right level of difficulty. Not too easy, not too hard. This is called the Goldilocks Rule. Boredom is a silent killer of progress. It creeps in even when our habits are working. The key to long-term success isn't being more inspired, it's becoming the kind of person who shows up even when you're not. Professionals don't crave novelty, they master consistency. And the difference between average and exceptional isn't talent. It's the willingness to do the work even when it's boring. And that's a wrap on chapter 19 of Atomic Habits. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content on leveling up your mind and life. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss a chapter. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep growing.